everybody. Welcome back to the H2G Podcast. It is Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Hopefully it's when you're watching it. Today, we are diving into your necessities of life. Not necessarily what you need, like food and water and all that other stuff. But like, what could you not live without? And I know there's a gentleman that just keeps spending to his heart's content. But if you could only have one thing, what would it be? Richie, I'm going to let you go first.
That's a good question. So I'm not going to take the easy way out. We've had this discussion already. At least Chelsea and I briefly mentioned this. The phone is the easiest choice. So I'm going to take the phone out of the equation because at the end of the day, anybody needs a phone. But for me, I would say the one thing that I couldn't live without is my camera, actually. I would say my camera. There's a lot of things that make life easier or make things simpler, but there's nothing like a camera. And as I've gotten older, I've learned to appreciate it more because I used to be like, oh man, like don't take a photo of me and this, that, and the other. It's not like I ask for my photo being taken all the time now, but it's just, you get older and it's like, especially when you're young, you feel like you don't need this stuff. You don't need photos. I remember everything. Well, eventually you stop remembering everything. I promise, I'm 35. I'm already starting to forget shit. All right, people? So having a camera is just super invaluable. I think it's important as a side note to say though, that don't worry about taking the photo more so than the experience of whatever you're doing. But having said that, there's nothing like the camera, right? I mean, let's think about it. Like you get older, you have children, or say you want children. Some of us don't want children, but those of us that have children, they get older, the one over there. They get older, you start taking photos of them. You want to commemorate it. That way, when they get older, you can be like, look how stupid you used to look. Look at this. You used to wear your underwear on your head, man. I got proof. Stuff like that. So you need a camera for that. It works in all facets. It can be romantic. You can take a photo, make it memorable. Keep that photo away, bring it back on a rainy day 6 years later when she's feeling down. Be like, you remember this, babe? Remember this day? Photos are just wonderful. So yeah, I would definitely say camera. Now, obviously, I'm going to go with the times. It's a digital camera that has a memory card in it. We're going to assume all of that's in there. But nonetheless, yeah, camera. Just be a zoom one. That way I can take all kinds of shots, not like some super specific crying. But nonetheless, document your life, document moments, and be able to appreciate things, because I think that's the first thing I noticed that started to go. I thought it was going to be my hearing, and I thought it would be, all types of other things. Like I thought I would just lose my hair, which I am, but I am losing memory faster than I'm losing my hair. And as you can see, I'm losing my hair, people. I am losing my memory. It is crazy how quickly you start to forget like small little details. So I definitely think documenting your life as much as you humanly can in productive ways is great. What I would strongly not suggest, though, is when I say documenting your life as in like showing people where you're at in a moment while it's happening, right? Because recently we've seen some of that. We actually saw that with Juju Smith-Schuster, and I apologize, this is not The Wire, but I have to give you a quick story. Football player takes a break, goes on vacation to see his family in California, and starts taking live videos and stories showing where he's at. So some crazy, and I do mean crazy, fans went over there, and he was like, please people, I'm on vacation. That wasn't like an invite for you to come. Well, at the same time, Juju, keep those photos to yourself. Why would you like broadcast? If you're going to broadcast where you're at risk of crazy people. Don't get me wrong, he didn't deserve that, but the point being is don't document your life in the sense of you're going to share with the public, those types of things. But I mean, like, after the fact type thing. He had a great, birthday, you commemorate it. Marvin gets a new deal, boom, he looks fly in a suit. I saw him with the story. That's different stuff. He's not showing where he's at in the moment, but it's nice to have those things, and just be careful with how much you're projecting to the world. But I think that's all I'm going to say about the camera for now. Maybe we'll spark some conversation with it later. But you know what? Chelsea hasn't gotten the opportunity to talk yet. So Chelsea, you're stealing the glasses from Justin, I can see. Although you've shown that you have a bunch of those, so maybe he's stealing it from you. I want to really think about it.
It was meant to be a slight dig at Justin. I'm not going to lie. But we were also talking about things we can't live without. And this is actually not my answer, but I was going to be, you mean like these Gooder sunglasses that I love? I have like 13 pairs of them. It's fine. So it's about time I wear some on the podcast. But shameless plug, buy yourself some Gooder sunglasses. These ones have flamingos on them. Anyway, so my thing that I can't live without, don't laugh at me, is pen and paper. And I know that seems super cliche, but I'll explain it. So the first thing is that I am super forgetful. I don't want to jump the gun on a future topic that we're going to discuss, but I do have issues with anxiety and depression, and it kind of coincides that you have issues with memory when you have that. So I forget things if I don't write them down. So quite literally, I cannot live without a pen and paper because I won't remember anything I need to do if I don't write it down. The second thing is that art and writing is a huge part of my life. I actually prefer to paint, but I can, if it's a pen, I can still draw at least. And then I'm also a writer. I write a lot of poetry. I will be publishing a book this year on my poetry. As going into like 2021, I'm focusing on being more vulnerable, and I'm going to be sharing that with the world, because what's more vulnerable than that? This is writing that most people have never seen before. So for me, part of my coping with depression and anxiety is writing poetry. That's how I, get that out. So for me, it would be a pen and paper, because not only do I need it to remember to do literally anything, but it's also because that's my form of expression and how I get through everything. So that is me.
That is so awesome. I can't wait to read all about what you're going to put out there.
Thanks.
And bravo for doing that, because not everyone can do that. But somebody that quite frequently does that is, actually, we have 2 actors left that need to share. But I'm going to go with the one that has the least amount of hair because he's already at a disadvantage. So go ahead, Marvin.
Don't listen to her, Mark. Don't listen to her.
Yeah, I mean, the bear and the bald jokes will never get old, but I love
the bald head didn't stop him from being the 30-time sexiest man on the planet award.
I relinquished that award to Richie down there.
We can't do that. That's not how that works.
No, man. I saw your story the other day too. Don't play me. Don't play me. This was tough. What can I not live without? I might have to take the easy way out, Richie. Might have to take the easy way out. It's not going to be my phone per se, but it might as well be. I can't live without my headphones. I don't know who else is like that, but when you live in New York City, when you live on top of people, when you're on the train or anywhere else where there's like a mass amount of people, I mean, I love to kind of get away for 20, 30 minutes and just listen to my music or listen to a podcast, H2G Podcast, or I'll listen to some, I might watch a movie, or in the gym. I just can't imagine being in those places without them. And they just kind of make everything easier, especially AirPods. I mean, we all know what AirPods, do. They just make life a little easier. When they had the cords, you would walk around, your room or something, or walk around somewhere and get tangled up. So, but you still had the comfort of having headphones. Nothing's worse than being around in a situation where you want to get away. You're like, man, I just want to listen to some music. I really don't want to listen to this conversation right now. You just want to get away. Headphones was the perfect invention. I can't live without.
That's fair. That's very fair. But Justin, what is the one thing that you just can't live without? And don't say Tyrion, even though he's effing adorable.
Yeah, Tyrion was talking to Christy in the pre-show. Animals can't work for that anyway, because just like all living things, they're not forever. Right, get off to a depressing start. No, I guess it would have to be plural. It couldn't be singular, because I would have to say computers. Like, I could live without one of my 3 computers. But as you guys know, I do a lot of production. So whether it be post-production, pre-production, or live production, computers are involved in all assets of that. So like for the DJ business, I use a MacBook. If the MacBook were to take a shit on me, I've got 2 other computers. Ideally, I don't want to take the editing suite out into the field and try to set that up and DJ with it, but if I absolutely had to, I could. My other PC's all-in-one. That's not too hard to DJ off of. But if I were to not have any computers, we wouldn't have the H2G podcast every week. I wouldn't have the outlets that I do to create for myself during, these COVID times. And a lot of theater, I mean, I don't know how film's doing what they're doing, but a lot of theater's reverting to technology. So, I couldn't imagine trying to have to get into a play relying on my cell phone. Oh man, that would be tough. Not to mention, I've got lots of cool ideas for future projects, and all of them kind of require my computers. So, or at least one of them. So, I couldn't live without all of them. Probably without 2 of them, if it really came down to it. But I've got a lot of really tech savvy friends that just continue to help me build on that collection. So hopefully we never have to have that discussion of, all right, guys, editing is going to take longer because I'm trying to do it through Instagram or YouTube on my phone.
That is awesome. Well, I think I'm going to be the only one that doesn't do something that is not attached to my body. So I literally, yes, can't live without my legs. So I know that sounds super stupid because it's true, but when I get into like a funk, like anxiety, depression, I have to go on a walk. I have to go outside. I have to go do something where I leave the place that is keeping me in the funk. So I have to walk. So I literally just couldn't live without being able to do that because, oh my goodness, I just can't imagine not being able to walk the funk away. And I do actually listen to the audiobooks. So I also do need my headphones or my phone or whatever. But I could still probably, I don't know, my legs. I can't, it's stupid, but I can't live without nature. How's that? Is that better? Is
So
that
you're
okay,
trying to
Richie?
say handy-capable people can't go into nature?
No, because they can have their wheelchairs, or they can figure out another way to get out of where they're currently at. Or
Which is why I feel like wouldn't you seem like the type of person who'd want to like wheel your way out for dramatic effect.
I need a crutch, like in my bow leg.
Okay.
Yeah. Then people would feel really bad for me. They're like, she hobbles around. But no.
I kind of want to go
Like
hiking in a wheelchair just to see what happens. I mean, I'm sure I can get a cheap enough wheelchair that's no longer, safe for use. That's been decommissioned by people who actually need them, so that I'm not taking a good one. But that would be fun.
Send your address so that we know where to send the flowers when you're in the hospital with a broken leg.
No one has ever gotten hurt trying to do two-wheel sports on a hiking trail.
That is the bold strategy,
It
Bill
depends
Cotton.
on the kind of vehicle. Like, you can't just wheel straight upward. You're gonna wheel back down. Like,
That's gonna be the best part.
like not Diablo, right? Like it's like 6,000 feet straight up. Like you can't wheel it, and eventually you're gonna get tired, and the brakes aren't gonna like hold you there. Like there's just certain. And this is not like even to be disrespectful. I know it came off that way, but it's just like there's certain things, But the point is like national parks have like accessibility trail, and that's what you do. So I'm clarifying that there are some things you cannot wheel.
Oh, I'm sure.
But your arms would be
To the
so
belief.
swole, yo.
You'd be jacked. You'd have to get like a modification done to the tires, probably, so that you could, go rough terrain.
I would say Marvin could do it because he can do like 50
Yeah.
push-ups.
Marvin
in, like,
Marvin will
4 or
ramp
5
the mountain.
seconds.
Marvin's got to be
Everett.
careful to slow down
climb
before he gets to the peak.
Knowing me as well as y'all do, y'all know I don't climb mountains.
There's too many bears.
Metaphorically, I climb mountains.
But not physically.
No.
Oh, goodness.
Hey, shout out to the H2G Podcast, man. Thank y'all for having me, man. Appreciate y'all. I'm not gonna waste no time. Let's make the mess a little and put it in lines. Girl, I'm gonna blow your mind. When I pick you up, take you on this ride. Yeah. Give me your energy. Come share the vibe with me. Let's be the melodies of your fantasies. Give me your energy. Come share the vibe with me. Let's be the melodies of your fantasies. Girl, the feelings written in your eyes. Yeah, I'm going in like a 9 to 5. Girl, you got me working overtime. Yeah, give me your energy. Oh, yeah, the vibe is me. Let's be, yeah. Oh, let's see the melody. Oh, don't let me go. Oh, no, let me go. Don't you ever let me go. When you touch me, girl, you heal my soul. I can never tell you no. There you limit to how far I go. For you, energy, vibe with me. Let's be. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let me go.
I don't speak for the whole town, but don't nobody want a dang girl as sheriff.
What exactly is wrong with a woman being town sheriff?
It's just madness.
Yes, that's it. A metamorphosis. Wait. No, this is not good. Humans are not butterflies. This could cause permanent injury. Or worse, even death, I fear. Undoubtedly others would have fallen prey to this man's sales tactic.
You and Elizabeth.
Oh, I am so much more now.
And soon, Sue will be as well. My dear Ava.
Why the hell Briarstone? What did any of these folks ever do to you?
What the Sam hell's going on?
One taste guarantees a life change. Forever.
Hey there, it's Justo from the H2G Podcast.
Hello there.
Are you ready for season 4?
Yeah. I love the way it sounds.
Gotta get my meatwad voice ready.
This season will be bigger and better than ever.
But thank you, man. I'll take it. It's good to see you.
Catch the H2G Podcast season 4, Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern on Facebook and YouTube.
Oh, the best part of my week.
And don't miss The Wire every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
It's been a long time coming.
We'll see y'all next week.
Welcome
To
the H2G.
the H2G
To the H2G
Podcast.
We'll see you there.
Oh, gosh.
All right, I got a question for you, Marv. I want a follow-up question. So you're big on headphones. Do you prefer over the ear or do you prefer the in-ear, the earbuds?
Earbuds.
Why is that?
Just easier. I mean, well, same thing like earlier. I mean, I hated getting tangled up with the cord, and so I had to go wireless. At first, I was fighting it, but it's just more efficient, man. You know, it can be a little annoying sometimes, Richie. I gotta admit, you know, you'll be sleeping sometimes, and one will fall out, and you gotta look for it, or you forget where one is, and you gotta look for them. I would really highly suggest an organized person get AirPods. You know, make sure you're ready. So that's it. It just makes life a little easier.
Okay. Yeah, interesting. See, for me, I've always, I don't know if I have weird shaped ears, but for whatever reason, the in-ear earbuds are always, they never fit right. I've never found a pair that fit like what I wanted it to fit like.
Have you only tried the Apple ones though? Or like normal?
No. I don't even own the Apple ones. I
hate the Apple ones.
Apple ones are great.
What do you mean by the Apple ones though?
They hurt my ears. They won't stay in.
You see Marvin's face? He's like, that's the face right there of somebody who's like, that's your own problem because I'm perfect.
It's like, good thing
it might be.
Else we wouldn't.
Yeah, no. I mean, I tried the Apple ones, and I plan on buying some just because at this point I have so many Apple products. It's just a lot easier to switch between them than having to manually Bluetooth everything. But I have a pair of Sonys, I have a pair of Jabras, I have a whole bunch. But I've never found a pair that just like seamlessly integrate. Like my wireless that I actually use more are over the ear. So these are Sennheiser. So I use over the ear a lot more than I use in the ear. I only use in the ear for when I'm working out because obviously I'm not trying to work out with this shit on my ear. Hot real quick and sweaty. So I was just curious because like I said, like we all have different, I notice most people like in ear, but I don't know, man. It just doesn't fit me right. It doesn't fit me right. I haven't found one that like fits right. And also doesn't.
Then you gotta watch out for is the cheap ones.
Oh no, for sure. Those things crack out all the time, man. Well, do you have AirPods? Is that what you use?
Do I have what?
AirPods. The Apple.
Yeah, the AirPods. I just got them because I just heard that they're gonna do away with the cords. They're going cordless because apparently everybody's suffering the same affliction, getting caught up, tangled up. They're moving on.
Yeah, one of the things that's actually kind of interesting, side note on this, it's completely derailing the original intent, but we got to talk about it now. They're actually going to start removing on all the phones these little ports for cables, and everything's going to go Qi wireless, so wireless charging. The future is wireless charging. You will not be able to, in about 5 years, there will no longer be like USB. It's funny because they're still on Lightning and USB-C. The first one was iPhone 12. When I say they, Apple, being USB-C. So the iPhone 12 is the first USB-C, and now these iPads are USB-C. But actually, and Android's already on USB-C, but Apple intends to, in about 5 years, once people get used to USB-C, remove it entirely and go wireless. So it'll be an interesting thing because then it comes down to, okay, I don't have to worry about looking for a cable, but I have to find something I can set this on that's going to charge it. So we'll see how that goes. I'm very curious about that, to be honest. But I gotta go back to Christy now. Legs. That's the most important thing. Really? I feel like that's cheating.
Why?
Because it's not like really like it's tangible in the sense of it exists and you can touch it. But like that's your part of your body, man. That's like we talk about this. Okay, so fans on the show, we were talking about like we don't want to use organs like brain and heart because obviously we need them to live. I feel like legs is pretty important too. I feel like
you don't need them.
The nice luxury that we all have.
You don't need them. I need them. You could live without them. I need them. I need to exercise, and like that's where my power comes from. I was a sprinter in high school. Like they're my powerhouse of my exercise.
There's other ways to exercise without your legs.
Yeah, you can do push-ups like Marvin. He's built like a fucking house.
You can swim too. You don't have to.
I can't swim.
All right, I'll be the positive twist on it. I guess what it does is it sheds a light on what it would be like for someone like Christy if she were to be in a tragic accident and lose legs, how difficult it would be for her. And Richie's right, though. People have overcome and become... well, here in Ohio, we had a state champion football player. We had a state champion... I think we had a national champion wrestler who didn't have arms or legs.
Nice.
There's been, incredible people that have overcome such adversity. But that does bring it into perspective. I mean, all the things that you like to do because of your legs, like if you didn't have them, you'd be losing a good portion of your life. That's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
To think about.
Then you need to develop a whole new coping mechanism if you are in an accident. So you need to figure out how much it changes everything. I mean, obviously it would, but no, it's what I depend on. Like if he's screaming, I have to walk away. I need to get out of the house. If Matt's screaming, I have to...
Wait a second.
Earbuds.
Just abandon the baby. He's screaming, leave him in there, let's leave.
You put them in a safe place and you walk away.
Oh, so he can't move and you... Okay. I was going to say, Marvin's would be more useful to me than your legs. I feel like the earbuds would drown him out, you know? And then you're still a good mother. I'm just saying.
I'm pretty sure it's a feisty thing to do either way. Just leave. But like, I don't know. I gotta get outside. You gotta push your body to its limits. No matter how you do it, you just do it.
Don't try to make it motivational when you just talked about being a bad mom. Get out of here.
You know what? I'm just gonna cut you off and I'm gonna end this episode today. You know what? You keep moving. You do what makes you happy. You can have legs. You don't have to have legs. It doesn't matter. Do you enjoy your favorite stuff?
I'm gonna say she's gonna pull a Tony like he did last week, and she's just gonna...
Oh shit, I can't handle Tony. Oh God, that guy. Whew, brings me to tears. But no, just keep doing what you want to do. Roll through life, run through life, walk through life, crawl through life. Just do you. Don't let the haters get you down. You do. Anybody else want to say anything other than Richie? No? All right. Cool. You've been listening to the H2G Podcast on Tuesday night. Come back tomorrow for another jolly good time. Have a good one.
I was going to talk to Justin about... He talked about his work productivity. Okay, that's one way to start.
Get it together.
All right.
Get it. Ma.
Oh, good Lord. This is going to be a day. Happy Tuesday, everybody. All right. We're not doing that anymore, are we? Okay.